Good evening, everybody. Welcome to GHC Esports and Thursday Night Gaming. I am Ralph Hogaboom. With me tonight is Marcy Ahlstrom, also the co-founder of Microsoft. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
She's not the co-founder of Microsoft. I was actually going to say Queen of England, newly crowned Queen of England, but
I don't know if they believe that either.
Well, welcome back. It's been 2 weeks since we've done this. I am actually here in the esports arena on campus, as you can see.
Ooh.
I've got the gaming chair, which is actually really comfortable.
Nice.
I like it quite a bit. Yeah, and having a great time. Like getting to set up in this room in this space is amazing. How was your vacation? How was your 2 days off? Your 2 weeks off.
It was 1 week off, but it felt like a lot longer. 10 days, I suppose, because I did Friday to Monday, which was excellent. It was fabulous. Resting and taking time to physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually decompress and kind of just get a little space and perspective on life is so important for mental and emotional well-being. So I am back. Yeah. I'm feeling recharged. I'm ready to get going into an esports event tonight, and
awesome.
We're hustling at the college doing a lot of work, so it's good to be back.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not just us. We actually have a caster tonight. We were originally going to have 2 people join us, but unfortunately RJ Soros couldn't make it. So I do want to introduce, we've got Snowyfeather here. Snowyfeather, how you doing tonight? Awesome. Ready to cast some Rocket League. So for folks who don't know Snowyfeather, she has been in our Discord for a while. She played some of our earlier Rocket League games. I think the very first time we did 3v3s. I think she had at least joined our Discord. Although I don't know if you played. Did you play? Okay. Oh, that's right. You were there for Minecraft. Okay. Well, I know Snowyfeather as somebody who can always carry me in Rocket League because she's significantly better than me. And it usually works for a couple of games, but then she says, "Why did you do that? Why did you go for that ball?" And I say, "I'm so sorry. I'm bad." And that's like the excuse that I have. But we're here for some alternate modes. So I think actually, Snowy, before we jump into it, let's kick it over to you. Should our first game be? I mean, what should we do to get people warmed up? Oh, oh, perfect. All right. Well, our lobby is now set up and ready to go. If we could have our players join in that lobby, if our event coordinator would let folks know to go ahead and jump in, get people connected. I think I'll also let people know via the Discord. Marcy, I'm wondering while we're loading people in, if you could just take a moment and talk about what's going on at Grace Harbor College. Give you 30 or 40 seconds, see if I can get people into the lobby.
Yeah, sounds great. Be happy to. So it's great to be back and connected with everyone. I hope that you had an enjoyable week thus far. I know that I have. Um, so if this is your first time with us at Thursday Night Gaming, welcome. It's myself, Ralph, and a co-host, Snowyfeather, tonight, leading you in some casting for our Rocket League. And this Thursday Night Gaming is as part of the esports program that we're going to be launching in fall quarter. So if you're someone that's interested in getting started at Grace Harbor College, there's still time to apply. Classes start in fall quarter on September 21st. So if you haven't already, make sure that you finish the steps to enroll. That would be to apply to the college, make sure you complete your financial aid application, take the college placement test or determine placement. Maybe you have prior college credit, or maybe you have a high school transcript that we could evaluate. And then the fourth thing is you register for an entry registration appointment, and you get registered for your first quarter with an entry advisor. So it's super simple to get started. If you want to learn more about how to do that, you can go to ghc.edu. If you want to talk to someone face-to-face, or modem-to-modem, when you're at our website, ghc.edu, click on the big blue button in the top right-hand corner of the page that says Get Virtual Assistance. Any of the Zoom lobbies that you encounter on that page are for all of our student services offices. You can jump into any of those and ask someone how to get started at the college. The Welcome Center is a great place to start, but you can also find links to Zoom lobbies for financial aid, the Student Support Center, TRIO, workforce funding, our transitions office if you want to complete a high school credential or maybe work on studying English. Lots of folks available to help you get started at Grace Harbor College. We're excited to have you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Marcy.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it looks to me like we've got, we've got 4 people that are loaded in lobby ready to go right now. Oh, there's 5 I see, and Ghost just joined. Sweet, this looks like a classic 3-on-3 for Snow Day.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm going to let people know they can go ahead and load in. I would suggest we just pick random teams. You know, we're just sort of getting a feel for things initially, trying to figure out how things are going to go. And I will cut us over to the gameplay. Let's get our people loaded in. They are not joining. There we go. Oli's in. Trailabot. Okay. Awesome. Snowyfeather, let's take it away. Shadowbane is one of our incoming players for this fall. He actually just hit GC in both 2s and 3s, and I am so excited to see how he grows and what he does for us, for our team, this first year. I'm seeing a lot of wall play, which, you know, I would expect for, say, high-level Rocket League, but for Snow Day, it seems like, I mean, that puck can really go flying pretty fast. I'm not sure that wall play is safe. Oh, that was beautiful. Everything from that little hop. He did what do you call that? Right there. Wave dash. That's it. I was thinking quick dash. I was like, no, no, no. I've got that term wrong. Yeah, from a wave dash all the way over open net, just around everybody and dunking it in. I am hearing some people telling me that your level is not very loud, Snowy. Why am I not getting you? Could you refresh your vMix browser window? And then make sure you're picking the right audio input. Ooh, and GRM Ghost breaks through and gets a goal. How did this happen? Good block by Shadowbane, but he just dunks it right in, open net. My guess is these folks are still trying to figure out their rotations, defense and offensive rotations. They're all strangers just randomly put together on a team.
Is it any better, chat?
Oh, that looks so much better from here.
Too many audio devices open, and none of them like to cooperate.
Folks, can we get a shout out in chat on how Snowy's audio is going? Speaking of chat, Alexa's here. Alexa, always good to see you. How you doing?
Get a good little breakaway there. Almost gets goal on, but it's defended off. Getting a possible another passing play, and it just goes soaring in, but Shadow's there to defend.
It's too early maybe to be picking an MVP, but I'm thinking Shadowbane.
Hey, it's Snow Day. It's almost in the same category as Rumble. We don't particularly know what's going to happen.
No way. Snow Day is art. Rumble is just
and look at that.
Random chaos garbage. And I say that as somebody who I think is maybe gold in Rumble, and I'm champ 1 or 2 in Snow Day, so I'm a little biased.
Oh yeah. Remember, I've gotten to champ 2 in Snow Day, and I finally hit champ 3 in Rumble, and then immediately lost it. I'll blame my GM for that one though.
Absolutely. Oh man.
He just sneaks that one right on in.
So a lot of these folks I haven't seen before. Oleander is actually somebody I know from online. I ran into him playing twos just sort of randomly. He's about the same level as I am, and actually lives about 50 miles away from Grace Harbor College in Olympia. I asked him. His name is Oleander, and I said, "Hey, do you know of Olympia?" And he said, "Yeah, that's where I live."
Oh.
I said, all right. Well, we need to play Rocket League together more.
It's like, hey, let me just recruit you real quick.
Basically, yeah.
Tryla's trying to get that pass over, but it is blocked by Oleander. But that does leave an open net for Shadow.
I met someone.
Oh yeah, he knew it too. Ed?
Oh, I met someone on my vacation that was from Grace Harbor, and I got a chance to do a plug for esports even on vacation. So, and we never sleep. We're out there all day, every day.
Just working it.
Yes.
Can't tell if the puck is being dribbled or the cars, but regardless, we get a goal.
Yeah, that one was a pretty messy kickoff. A lot of cars just slamming into each other. It seemed like the beginning of the match, people were trying to feel out what is the other team capable of, and now it seems more like they're saying, well, it's on. I'm just going to go for the puck. Feels a little more puck chasey.
As one of the main aspects of Rocket League, it never changes, no matter the type of what is this sport object we're hitting.
Right.
Makes me want to bring out my little puck I got from the one time we had a hockey team down here. Why did we have a
Mississippi?
hockey team down here in South Mississippi? Not a single clue, but we had one. Good old. Let me see. We were called the Sea Wolves, and they changed it to the Surge, and then they're dead. So. I even got it signed and everything. Regardless, we're starting to see back to the wall action, trying to get these passes out. Didn't quite go through, but it was a good effort. I think Awesome said that I want to make the shot, not Shadowbane. I want to be MVP.
Yeah, I'm seeing good positioning from both Shadowbane and from Oleander. Awesome has me wondering if they're in comms. I am confused at some of that placement.
I wouldn't be surprised, but definitely you need someone on the solid end of the rotation to make sure you can sweep in. I'm about to say, is that ping normal? Do we need to change servers?
Yeah, that looks pretty bad. Both for Oleander and for Ghost. Let's do a reset.
Somebody better tell Ghost. And Joey.
Oh, right. Maybe our event coordinator, I think, is here in call. Hazel could let Ghost and Awesome Joey know that we're going to rebuild the lobby. And I want to talk for just a second. I'll see if I can talk through this at the same time about the esports program that we are launching here in the fall. I'm super excited about it. We're looking at 4 varsity titles, and we're looking at 2 JV titles. The 4 titles are Rocket League, Overwatch, League of Legends, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And we are looking at 2 JV titles of Fortnite and Valorant. And actually, I'll just go ahead and throw the little promo images that we have up on screen. I am so excited about this. I'm so excited about the teams. And oh shoot, I think I just made another Snow Day match. Snowy?
Yes.
What do you think we should do for game 2? I mean, we're still in the warm-up session.
Well, we've already mentioned Rumble, and I think Marcy would love to see some Rumble going on so we can really see what chaos we're talking about.
What does Rumble mean?
You want to tell her?
It entails about the word is. You are... It is one of the oddest matchups, and while everyone loves to complain about Rocket League for its RNG's sake, it's probably the only match that is strongly based on RNG because you get power-ups that are based on random and however RNGs that's would like to bless you or curse you with. That being said, you don't get to see a lot of higher up gameplay of it until you get into the upper ranks of it because your main ones that everyone wants is a spike that allows you to put the let me see, let me just grab one of my Rocket League balls over here that I have casually over here. Because we have Rocket League vehicles over here. This is not the base.
What's an RNG?
Just randomly. Random number generator is the proper name for it. But okay, that doesn't have a topper now. But basically you get spikes, which allows the ball to be stuck to your car for temporary purposes until someone dislodges it or you die. It's great. We have other power-ups that just have other power-ups that just disturb the entire game of Rocket League you've seen so far. And it's fun and infuriating all at the same time because it's genuinely a game that you don't know if you have secured until the clock ticks 0.
Nice.
So we did have a question too. Alexa was asking, what is ping? Snowy, I don't mean to lean on you too much, but can you describe what does ping mean from a gamer's point of view?
It is the reason why gamers rage. It is basically your connection to the from your house to the game server, and then it extends to that server to the game server. So it's your way of basically seeing how long does it take to send a message, whether or not you're in the city with your 5G or when you're in the middle of the woods with extended network. But it's basically how fast are you getting from your internet from all those pinpoints to the server so that way you can react to what's going on.
Okay, cool.
So not only does Rumble have these different power-ups and
Everyone's
these
joining
functions,
something to go ahead and spectate.
all of these different functions, but I'm also putting us on a throwback stadium here, which has the more hockey style goalposts, which makes it more difficult to score. So you'll see in just a few seconds here, Marcy, what some of these power-ups that happen that just change gameplay entirely.
The best part of Rumble right here, and one of my favorite stadiums, just because I am a Sarp fan. And look at Shadow of Bane just twirl around beautifully into that net.
He got the spikes and he just went for it. Oh,
and here's the very
gorgeous.
power-up I was talking about the first time, spikes. With the right amount of control, you can just get past all the defenders unless they have a power-up to counter it. Rumble is just a game mode that it's a constant love-hate relationship. I don't know anyone who just thoroughly enjoys the game mode.
So in a typical game of Rocket League for me, there's a finite number of choices, depending on the skill level of things that somebody can do with the ball. They can pass it, they can try to push it past you, they can wait, they can be patient, but there's a fixed number of things. With Rumble, because of all the different modifiers, the plunger and the ice ball, the grappling hook, all those different things, it just blows my mind trying to figure out, what could I possibly do to defend it?
One of the most notorious for people either flubbing on how to use it or being gods at it is one where we will see probably shortly here is the tornado. Little thing for the tornado is, especially you see at the higher ranks, is a lot of people at the lower ranks, they like to just use it as a disturbance. They go and drive under the cars. Here it is right here, using by Awesome Joey here, a tornado. Interestingly enough, you can basically use it similar to a magnet, because the closer you are to the tornado, the more it sucks in the ball and you can fling it. But it also picks up cards as well. So it's something you get to see a little bit at the higher ranks that is more utilized for offensive purposes.
It looks to me like Shadowbane and those spikes are starting to run away with this game.
I'm ready to see some amazing magnet use myself.
Okay, so the magnet is another one that I don't have a clear idea of how to use it. What do you do with the magnet mutator?
Here's one right here. The closer you are to the ball, the more powerful your magnet is. So if you can get so the closer you can get, you can either jump into the air and then you're almost untouchable because of the fact that the magnet will constantly rotate around your car, make the ball rotate around your car. And you can get some amazing aerial control with it. Or you can just keep it close to the ground and hope to not get bumped.
Does the magnet have an effect on other cars as well, or is it just the ball?
Just the ball.
Okay.
Like, see, he was too far away from it. He didn't even get a slight pull on the ball. It just kept going as if it didn't pay attention. But the closer you get, the more that magnet is a pull. This just goes back to the fact that I'm pretty sure that the cars have electromagnetism, but that's for a drop shot.
Which hopefully, are we going to do drop shot next?
Oh, of course. The only one I'm questioning about is because of how many people we have as hoops. The hoops courts are too small. And I don't want to imagine the chaos it has with 6 people. It's already small enough with 4, but we're going to do it anyways. Cars playing football is a joy. This is true.
So hoops, we might want to break people out into 3 teams of 2. I think that might make a little more sense. Folks, if you are at home and you're wanting to know, hey, you play Rocket League, can you get in on this? I would say yes. First of all, we want you to be a member of our Discord. Head over to ghc.edu/Discord and join it. And then get in touch on the Thursday Night Gaming channel. Just send a message saying, hey, I want to get in on the game. Our event coordinator will get in touch with you and give you the lobby username and password and get you in on a game. This is our community night. We do that every Thursday. Sometimes we have a more formal bracket with a lot stronger competition. Tonight is just more of a casual game night. We're getting together to celebrate and honor the importance of.
Well, Ghost spins around beautifully with the ball. And here's a good
Okay, so
see.
there's the
Here's
magnet.
the magnet right there. You saw how it was powerful when he was close, and the second he left it, it's gone.
So is that more about ball control or more about? I mean, how do you use it effectively? What is the skill that you need to use the magnet?
Like I said, you just really kind of need to take the second to calm down and think about it. It's almost like you're going back to your basic roots of Rocket League. If you just run by it at the speed of light and not take any type of get close to the ball, you're just going to waste your magnet. Here's he had it there where he was going to take it over to back post, but once someone touches it, that kind of does it. We have the other power up that we haven't seen too much of in action by Trilo right now, which is, don't know the particular name of it. Welp. And there's a magnet in work right now. The closer you get, the more control you have.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's the kick. Another disruptor, which is always entertaining to see, in my opinion. And there's the Iron Fist. Anyone know the actual name for that one?
No. I'll be honest, I don't think anybody really knows anymore. It's been lost in the ages of time.
Like, we have the punch, which is the haymaker, but 2 haymakers, actually. And a nice shot by Trilo. I mean, I can't call it
like...
Zeus Fist because it just doesn't make any sense, but...
Yeah, but I mean, that's sort of Rumble in a nutshell. It just doesn't make any sense.
It's organized chaos. You have to remember this.
Well, the people that are good at it. Yes, I don't fall into that category.
Bold of you to assume I'm good at this game.
I have seen you play Rumble before. I have disappointed you as a teammate in Rumble. I know that you're good at Rumble.
People disappoint me when I play casual.
Okay, so Snowy, what did we see there? It was a different team composition. Shadowbane and Oleander with Trilobot this time, and Awesome Joy went over to be with the Vision X and with Ghost. So what was happening on the field there?
Mostly it really comes down to knowing your power-ups the most. If you don't play this game mode, you're not going to get too much of a leg up versus people who play this, at least enough to know how to use each one efficiently and properly, and that's mostly what it comes down to in Rumble. Because if you don't know when to use your power-ups and you're just scrabbling to use the power-ups and just waiting for your spikes, you're not going to really benefit your team too much in these scenarios.
Well, and I don't know that we saw too much of this on the field, but I am actually going to change the match settings a bit. Not just how to use the power-ups, but also how do you counter a given power-up. So when someone's got the spikes, what do you need to do to overcome that? Or if you see somebody's got the magnet or the plunger, how do you get the ball away from them? So yeah, I mean, you're right. Experience really comes into play.
It really does. Magnet, I'm still weak at countering spikes because typically you would need a power-up to counter spikes, whether that be you freeze the ball, where you kick them away from it, or every once in a while, because depending on the person who has spikes, you can get lucky enough where you can just smash into them, but a lot of the times they're going to fake you out and be ready for you to chase after them. So that's when communication with your team is very vital. Depending on who has the power-up, can be back to stop them or at least getting a way to interfere long enough.
Right.
And here we have Drop Shot, the very game mode that makes me convinced that I still need to do research on the periodic table on figuring out what kind of logic is going on in this game.
So I really like Drop Shot. It's another game mode I'm not very good at, but Marcy, and for folks who've never seen Drop Shot at home, the basics of this game mode is that there is no goalpost. There is the floor, and if your team gets a successful hit on the opponent's floor, that counts as one and it changes color. And if you get a second hit, that part of the floor drops through and becomes a hole. And that's what you're trying to do. We just saw a hole open up right there in part of the floor. Blue is almost entirely, if not entirely, still clear. Wow. And they're starting to punch holes through on Orange's side. So Orange is really scrambling to play the defense. If you see the ball change color, that represents which team hit it last. So right now, Blue had hit it, so the blue ball is blue. If a blue ball touches on the orange side, then you're going to see some damage.
And then every time you see the ball break out of its shell, that's when you have the ultra damage mode, which is when you, instead of seeing one hit, you see multiple get hit. And then if you hit the ball hard enough, you can hear a slight change in the sound it makes when someone hits it. And that's when the ultra damage is going to be happening. And those are the ones you want to avoid. Like right now, it's in ultra damage mode.
Right. So one thing I love about Drop Shot is that it really... Oh, nice shot by Ghost. He just came right in and clipped the top of it. And Ghost is actually Graydon. He's a young man that I've known since he was very young. He's, I believe, a high schooler in Olympia, Washington. And he messaged me, gosh, I think a week and a half ago. And I said, yes, oh my gosh, yes, this is exactly where you need to be. Welcome to GHC Esports.
Drop Shot is also a very difficult game mode to get, say, playing in solo style, trying to try your best with whoever randoms you get, because it also requires a particular rotation that requires you to be a little bit more aware than your typical threes rotation. You need someone to be back, kind of watching, like you need people chasing after the ball to make sure it doesn't go flying across the field to your side, but you also need someone back just to be ready for when the ball does fly. And also to cover up any holes that you have, like on the blue side, we already have a small hole opening up. And just to prevent them from being able to walk it across all your defenders and get it in. It's a little bit more difficult, but it's still doable.
Now, for Drop Shot, I always assumed that the rotations had more to do with boost management. Because it is so much more of a game mode that involves accurate airplay, having somebody with full boost who's back and able to step in seemed like it's the primary reason for rotation. What's your take on it?
Well, we also do have to mention that the fact that Drop Shot is also unusual in not only just the game mode itself, but this is one of the few games where you actually do not see any boost pads anywhere, and that's because the field itself recharges you as you, well, exist on the ground.
Which is why having that third player back and recharging and ready to step in when somebody else runs out of boost becomes such a critical rotation, really.
Yeah, because you don't get like little what we call pennies to pick up on the floor to recharge your boosts in the slightest. You're slowly creeping up on your boost as the game progresses. So if everyone's up and no one's back and everyone's out of boost, that just gives the opposition a perfect opportunity to just do as much damage as they can before you can get organized again.
So we're getting down to the last 70 seconds of this game. There's quite a big hole on blue side. Ooh.
How does someone win in this mode?
It's about the same. Just like that ball rolled in so casually. Once they go into the hole in the ground, that does count as your goal. So if you get enough balls into the holes in the floor, then you are the winner.
Okay.
So I would love to see a sudden death instead of overtime, just rolling it over to whatever damage it would be. Everyone's floor is already damaged, and you just basically that was interesting.
Okay. Trilobot right off the kickoff dunks it into the open hole on blue side, bringing them 1 point closer, but there's still 57 seconds, and they're going to have to open up quite a big space on blue side, and blue has been playing super defensively.
Yes, and one thing about drop shot is even if you open up the hole somewhere else on the field, the entire opponent side gets resetted once they score in it. And both sides are basically starting brand new, so we'll see where it goes. Drop shot is just an art that I cannot get into, mostly because my aerial game is bad.
Okay, so with a lead of 2 points with only 32 seconds left, I'm going to guess that the blue, they basically have this locked in at this point. So this time around, we've got Vision, Oleander, and Ghost on blue, Trilobot, Shadowbane, and Joey on orange. I am seeing a lot of aggressive play out of Vision. He has been, I don't want to say he's ball chasing, but he's ball chasing.
It's also maybe the point of the rotation of his teammates, because if you have two passive, you gotta have someone going after the ball.
Yeah.
And a
Well,
lot of
it's
people
working
do
for 'em.
either play extremely passively in drop shot or extremely aggressive, depending on if they've played this game before or have much practice with it.
1 second left. Yep, that's gonna wrap it up. And it looks like blue is our winners this time. Vision, Ghost, and Oli Ender have defeated the evil Trilobot, Shadowbane, and Awesome Joey to take the victory in this round.
Wait,
So,
when did they come blue?
well, just just feeding into the narrative here to give it a little bit of a story. The team that lost is the evil team. That's fair, right?
Is Ghost coming back?
Ghost is out? Huh, I'm not sure.
So tonight, are we doing random matchups or are we doing a bracket?
We've been doing random matchups. This is not a bracket. So that's a great question. Folks that every time we've done Rocket League prior to this, Marcy's right. We've done a bracket. We've had fixed teams and they've worked their way through and we arrive at Grand Champs or, the winners of our bracket for the night. That's not what we're doing today, although I'm wondering, I'm going to ask our people, do we want to split into teams of 2? And unfortunately, I think I was too late to get that message out.
Wee bit.
If I remember from our past games, 2v2 actually plays quite a bit different than 3v3, right?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
For 2v2, your main thing is giving your teammate enough space to do what they want to do, but also being there ready to either support them in the aggression or assist them in the defensive rotation. With 3s, you have someone back in the rotation naturally. Meanwhile, in 2s, you're fulfilling this spot of someone being back, but also someone being ready for the pass.
Mhm.
So if you break out of this by either pushing up or you fail to push up appropriately, you leave your teammate in the no man's land, and it really starts to bring out a lot of the faults in your overall gameplay as well. It's because 3s covers up a lot of these, so we're bailing out of this match.
Yeah, we got a lobby remake. So
Alright.
I guess Hazel, our event coordinator, if you could get in touch with folks on the Discord and find out if we want to split into teams of 2. I guess I would like to see fixed teams and to do. Marcy and Snowy, tell me what you think of this idea. Let's go with sort of like an Olympics lineup, where we put these teams through a couple of different events. I mean, obviously we don't have hurdle and long jump. We've got hoops and snow day, but do a couple of 2v2 games where we've got specific teams that are consistent and see how people perform. I know
I like
Alexa's
it.
in chat. Alexa says random is best. But Alexa's not playing, so you don't get a vote.
You know what I'm noticing? Like, even on the nights that we have a casual night, I think. Let me know if you're this way, Ralph. I know I am a competitive person, and I'm always inclined to lean towards wherever we can see someone rise to the top. I will always vote for that option.
Yeah, I do. I mean, there's a part of me that is competitive, and I mean, I want to see how that goes.
Even in Minecraft, we had a vote for.
We had Spleef.
We had a build off.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I always take it to competitive. I'm okay. I can live with that. I
Me
do
too.
that. I stand by it. So, Marcy, I'm going to turn it over to you for a few minutes to talk about the college while I wrangle up some of our players and see if we can break up into teams.
Yeah, sounds great. So like I mentioned, fall quarter starts on Monday, September 21st, and we got a couple really interesting things that are happening this quarter. So a lot of you may be wondering how our course is going to be offered in fall quarter. We've mentioned in the past that there's going to be a variety of formats for classes. What we now know is that most classes are going to be offered remotely for fall. When we say remote, that actually might mean a few different things. So we will have classes that are fully online, like you're used to in the past if you've taken an online class with Grace Harbor College. Some classes will still be scheduled for a regular class time. Maybe it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. And they'll be meeting remotely. So maybe that class will be meeting via Zoom. You still have that modem to modem or face-to-face time with your instructor, time to engage with classmates. Other classes will have a variety of both, maybe an online Canvas component, an opportunity to meet with your instructor, classmates online, and then of course, I'm sure there's lots of video uploads and opportunities to engage in discussion in your online classes as well. There will be a number of classes and courses that are offered in person in the fall as well. Most of those courses will be for our career and technical education programs. So for example, carpentry, automotive, welding, diesel mechanics. I believe we'll have a few nursing classes that'll be meeting in person as well. Those in-person classes are going to follow strict health guidelines as outlined by, of course, the CDC and our regional public health director. So if you have questions about what modality your course will be offered in, you can always go, if you're already registered, check into the Canvas course. If your fall quarter class is not accessible in Canvas yet, that's okay. It just means it hasn't been published. So keep checking your student email and logging into Canvas regularly so you can know exactly what mode your course will be offered in fall. For any new students who are looking to enroll and haven't quite enrolled yet, when you meet with your entry advisor to register for your first quarter, that academic advisor will go over all of the options with you and make sure that you get into the classes that are most appropriate and for you and that you're going to be most successful in. We have a few different opportunities for new program exploration in fall as well. We're launching our new Associate of Applied Science degree in Hospitality and Ecotourism. So if you didn't get a chance to check out a few information sessions that we had in the past couple weeks, that's okay. You can go to ghc.edu and look in our news section for an announcement about that new program. It includes links to the program guide as outlined in a course description, as well as our academic catalog for the upcoming year. So that new program, Hospitality and Ecotourism. If you want to take the program fully online for the entire year, you're able to do that, which is pretty exciting. You don't have to start in fall quarter to go into that program. Students can start into the Hospitality and Ecotourism degree at any time, fall, winter, or spring quarter. So it's really exciting. We're really looking forward to it. We are also hosting a number of information sessions throughout the summer and as we get into fall. So like I mentioned, we just had a few on the new Hospitality and Ecotourism degree. Next week, we'll be having an information session about our Human Services program. That's an Associate of Applied Science degree. You can also get a number of certificates in our Human Services program, including a chemical dependency certificate. If you want to work in chemical dependency field as a professional, maybe just go into a general human services degree. It's a great stepping stone into our Bachelor of Applied Science degree in organizational management. It's a great program for anyone who already works in the field and is maybe thinking of expanding their education and career opportunities. And it's a great way to get started and get some experience in the field if you've never either been employed in that field or had any exposure to the human services arena in the past. I know myself, I'm inclined to lean towards helping professions. I work in education and training, which I really, really love. Human services would be right up my alley too. It's a lot of, learning about how folks work together, learning about what opportunities there are to help engage with the public and provide folks with the support, information, and resources that they might need in order to change their circumstances and get through some tough times. So it's an awesome, awesome program. We want to keep going, Ralph? Or are we ready to start up?
We are still organizing teams. So it looks like summer's starting to shape up. It looks like we've got the Vision X is with Trilobot. It looks like Shadowbane and Grease are going to be on a team. And it looks like, so I see in chat, Iko, you say that you're here, you're ready? Work came in clutch and you got off a little bit early? If you're down to play, hey, looks like Leiko says says hello to Snowy.
Hello, I am losing in Galaga. Give me a second.
You got it. So, Leiko, if you want in, I will get you the lobby username and password. And it looks like Oli Ender is still looking for a teammate. So we've got. Okay, so Sky Gamer. I am. I'm a little bit confused on who's who. I got to tell you, gamers in general, when your Discord name doesn't match your in-game name, my brain has a hard time putting it together. Um, yeah, okay, so it looks like there's some confusion. We'll, tell you what, we'll get our event coordinator to work with Leiko and Sky and Oli Ender. And what we can do in the meantime is we can do a hoops match. We can start with our hoops match, our first hoops match of this GHC Olympics Rocket League alt game modes thing of beauty that we're building here. And let's get Reese and Shadowbane, and let's get Vision and Trilobot into a hoops match and see what happens. So we're using the same lobby name, username, and password. We've got no mutators. I hope those folks join up shortly. I will talk for just a few minutes or a few moments rather, about the program that we're launching this fall. But specifically, I am looking for a couple of players for a few specific titles. I'm really interested in League of Legends players and Overwatch players right now. So I gotta tell you, if you're watching and you're thinking about Grays Harbor College, we do have a couple of 4-year programs available. I know Marcy's talked about the hospitality and ecotourism programs that we've got going on. Oh shoot, it's not making my lobby.
You broke it.
I did break it. Let's try that again. We have some other ones too. We have forestry, and I believe we have organizational management. Which is like a leadership. It's a business degree. But even if you're here just for those those core sort of associates of education, associates of arts degree stuff, or direct transfer degree, I'm very interested in having you in the esports program. So the best way to get in touch with me is ghc.edu/esports. Fill out the recruitment form there. There's a link that says join the team. And, one of the key things about collegiate esports to me is that it's about growth. It's about, okay, well, where are you today? And maybe in League of Legends, you're a silver player. Okay, we can work with that. We can put you with virtual coaching and doing the replay review and the VOD analysis and really take your game to the next level. Same thing with Overwatch. Let's say that you're silver, you're gold in Overwatch. Okay, we can work with that. Yes, obviously we want the best players we can get, but more importantly, I want to see what you can do if we connect you with the resources that higher ed has. Looks like Shadowbane is in, Trilobot is in, Grease is in, the Vision X is in. It looks to me like we're ready to go.
Awesome.
I'm going to go ahead and shut up and turn it on over. We'll keep doing our matchmaking in the background. So, Snowy, I'm probably going to lean on you a little bit here for the play-by-play. But let's see some hoops.
Yes. One of my worst game modes to actually play because I am still platinum in this rank because I just hate it.
I'm like instantly transported to the movie Space Jam right now. I love it.
Hoops is the only thing that I can do with hoops is make the squeak of the ground because that's the only thing I can really do in hoops. It definitely requires a little bit the same air maneuverability that you see in Drop Shot, but you also are down to 2 players, which means that there goes my handicap right there because I am terrible with air control. That being said, a great great follow-up by Shadowbane to keep it in. That being said, we do go back to having boost pads on the ground, which means that you do have to be mindful of your boost control like that. It's one of the smaller courts, or at least it feels like it is, thanks to the oversized hoops everywhere.
It's totally tiny. The hoops really stick out and change that. So for me, hoops really comes down to a total change of vectors. So when you're playing standard Rocket League, either doubles or straight up standard, you're trying to get the ball in a more horizontal vector generally. And with hoops that change to vertical, it's just a totally different mental skill set for me. I don't know about you, Snowy.
I don't know. I may or may not unfriend the people who force me to play hoops for any given duration. I just cannot stand it.
Those are strong words.
I have actually stopped talking to people because they forced me to play ranked hoops for any given duration. And another nice shot by Shadowbane. And while a lot, of course, not a lot of the shots in hoops does have to be on the wall being fancy, you can just get a beautiful power shot just like that. I need to put down my Galaga game though, because if I turn it on, it's going to be loud. Oh, and that missed kickoff. I feel that pain. That's every time I go for kickoffs in hoops. It's just, this one is probably a little bit more focused on control more than the other alternate game modes, because you Snow Day, you have your pinches that send the puck at 200 miles per hour, and drop shot you have rotation and just overall aerial control to get some nice just trying to make it where you can get some follow-up touches on it. Have rumble, which is rumble. Then we have the control of hoops, and that one gets me every time. That being said, we've seen some great control thus far from both teams so far.
We have. I am liking when Vision goes up against Shadowbane because those two do not shy away from a challenge.
Don't.
Both of them go straight for a 50.
And with that, Vision taps it nicely on in. Can I get a Swish goal right quick? Because I only have one of my entire career, and I kind of like seeing them.
Wait, what is a switch goal? Is that where it goes around the ring?
No, I think it's just when it goes cleanly in without touching the bat.
Yeah, I would like to see one of those too. So we're 2 minutes in. Score is tied up. We've got it in the orange half, and let's see what blue can do.
Shadowbane with the defense.
Ooh, what a save from Goose.
Couldn't quite do the more easy of the goals, but that one is a little bit harder to do as well. Controlling the ball for any given duration on the wall in this match is typically difficult because everyone loves to go directly for the ball in hoops. Not that there's too much to go for in this map, mind you. That being said, we have another attempt by Trilo and is defended away. Shadowbane might have had it open, but Vision does clear it away pretty smoothly. That doesn't mean he's not going to try to get a few more touches to get it back. Shadowbane had a good dribble play and go before Vision went ahead and cleared it. And just barely avoided an own goal, but it does give them the entire court to try to get a goal going before they came back to defend, but it's still defended away.
Okay, I think we have our teams figured out.
And you got that
Where
just
are
right
we?
as Trilo went ahead and got another goal, which means blue team's up by 1. No, rim
Not a
is
swish. Came off the
okay.
backboard. So did that count as a squish? As a swish?
It's a squish.
Too many windows. I'm sorry. I'm trying to organize teams and watch the stream at the same time.
Laco says no rim is a swish, so yeah, I'm assuming it's... Regardless, I only have one in my entire career, but that's also because no one forces me to play hoops.
Oh, well, because you unfriend them.
Of course. The second I see that loaded in the queue, especially if it's not been discussed beforehand, they're gone.
Right.
That being said, the rim is a massive obstacle to also overcome in hoops as well, because it is not something you can easily predict. That being said, Vision got a nice little backboard shot.
We did. Vision and Trilobot are turning out to be a pretty good duo.
Two's mains incoming.
Indeed. Reese is going to go for the kickoff here. 50 with Vision. Tips over into the orange side, but back on over to blue.
And then there's that rim, being the notorious rim it is, but thankfully...
Gorgeous save by Trilobot. They look like they have solid rotation.
Not sure what is worse, hitting the rim in hoops and trying to predict it, or hitting the post in regular modes and trying to predict it. I'm gonna go with the rim.
Hmm. Ooh, denied by the tip of the rim.
Yep, it's definitely
Shadowbane's got it up.
Trilo is there to clear it away once again.
I do got say I gotta respect Trilobot with the Canadian flag and the antlers. That is a great combo as far as fashion is concerned on your car.
I think I noticed the antlers, but did not notice the flag. The flag makes it all amazing. And then he has those K2 wheels. Yep, that's just beautiful.
Well played, Vision X and Trilobot.
And Frostbite.
Coast to a pretty clear, and Frostbite. Any guesses you want to say he's from maybe Vancouver, BC? So Blue takes it, twice the score of Orange, Shadowbane, and Grease. They have one loss to their name, and let's go ahead and get our next two teams in the lobby again for hoops. This time I want to see, it looks like Awesome Joey, Oleander and Ghost with Awesome Joey and Lako in for the next round. So I see Oleander is in. We're just waiting for a couple of other players to get back in the lobby. I'm going to tab out to match settings and give them a little bit more time to get folks in. So what I was saying earlier about the esports program, I was talking about, maybe you're not the best League of Legends player. Maybe you're not the best Overwatch player. If you are, you should be getting in touch with me because I want you on the team. Oh, shoot. Looks like my lobby might be timing out. Still, yes, lobby is the same as the previous ones. Still waiting to get some people in. Okay, looks like Awesome Joey Oleander is in. Lako is in. Okay, we're just waiting for Ghost. Cool. Maybe you are. If you are really strong at those titles, please get in touch with me. I can connect you with scholarships, and you get an education at the same time you get to play esports. That's amazing. But if you're not, if you're saying, you're silver, gold, something like that, in League of Legends specifically, that is a pretty hard grind to rise up in rank. We want to see what we can do when we combine your passion for the game with the resources that we have here. The resources of a consistent team, a team that's focused and that wants to achieve regular play against other colleges in a national setting. The collegiate leagues we play in are national leagues, meaning that we have a chance at national titles. But more importantly, you're playing other very similar players. And that pressure to overcome somebody who's so close to where you're at and to just rise a little bit above them is one of the best ways to experience growth in your game. Looks like we're still waiting on Ghost, not in the lobby. So if you're thinking, hey, I'm not the best, but I'm interested, please reach out and get in touch with me. I would love to see if there's a place for you on our esports teams. And it's not just League of Legends and Overwatch. It's also Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Rocket League, and our JV titles, Fortnite and Valorant. And if you play more than one title, even better. I can put you to work. Come on in and join some of our teams.
Am I doing good promotion?
You're doing great. Look at that.
Look at this beautiful game. We have our beautiful Octane. My very old 2017 Overwatch, because that's the only time I've ever played Overwatch.
I've played one game and I did not do well. So I think we might need a sub. So we've got somebody to sub in with. It looks like Ghost has stepped out. If we've got somebody who wants to jump in real quick, Snowy, you want to jump in and play with Oleander? I mean, you're east, so you're gonna get some ping. But you want to jump in? I'll do my best to do play-by-play.
Everyone knows I'm central. So what team would that be on?
So let's go ahead and put Lako and Awesome Joey on blue, and let's have you and Oleander on orange.
All right.
And,
I'm sorry in advance right now, Oleander. But at least I do get the... No, I want to be on blue. I want to show off my purple.
Oh, I think it's too late. I think you're on orange.
Okay.
We missed it.
Thanks, I cry.
Yeah.
Okay, so I lost one of my, there it is. Never mind. I found it.
So I will do my best to do play-by-play commentary. Looks
Don't
like
worry,
we're
I
still
got
missing a
it.
couple people.
And with
Snowy's
that,
not in yet?
Oleander gets the kick goal.
There we go.
Now I'm always here, lurking. It's my job. Okay, can't pass it to me though. Snowy attempts to make it in the corner. Does not go as planned. Pass off to Oleander. Laco's up to get the shot. Oleander goes back in for the thing. Snowy goes up for an aerial, but Snowy cannot aerial.
I'm so impressed with your commentary and playing at the same time.
This is how you
Lako
get
with
better
a
at
clear
comms.
shot at the other end.
Snowy goes
Bounces
up
off
for
the
ball.
rim.
She actually manages to get underneath the rim to go. We leave it up to Oleander. Laco's up on the wall for the play. Awesome Joss takes it to the wall. Right for Snowy to grab it and misses, unfortunately, for Oleander.
The pressure is still on. Orange
Ball's
is
rolling
really trying to
towards
get
it,
that ball
but
in.
They do get the clear. Snowy tries to take it up the wall. Doesn't go exactly as planned, but it's back on the blue side. Snowy ends up banging it off the rim of the hoop. And now it's finally on the orange side, but Oleander's there to make the hit. Snowy's up for the hit.
For a second, though, Blue has really been struggling to try to get the ball out of their half of the field for almost a minute and a half now, and Snowy finally gets it done. Was that a swoosh?
That was the not. Oh, wait, no, it was just an aerial goal. Now I'm upset.
That was still clear. I mean, it hit the floor before it went in, but that was
That's
still
true.
a clear shot.
And we have the kickoff. Snowy still sucks at any kickoff given.
Oh. Blocked last second by Lako.
Impressive. Trying to get a play going. Oleander takes it up to the wall. Going close, and he gets the beautiful shot in. What a shot.
Nicely done. We're almost approaching the halfway point of the game. Orange is up by 2. Oleander and Snowy are putting on an impressive show of offense, and Blue is really struggling just to get the ball given to the orange half.
You know who else is struggling? Someone who doesn't have their remapper on.
Oh,
So I'm playing with a fake quarter of my controls. I don't have my air rolls.
Oh no.
That's fine. I don't need them. I don't need to like cry and get air roll. Oleander is there to make the challenge and now goes rolling up the wall. Zoe goes up for the ball. Manages to put it right back out to where it started. Laco's taking a shot on the net, but it is, well, hoop, thing, rim, yes. Snowy is trying her best to pull out some of these so-called C3 level mechanics, but Oleander is the one to step up to the plate and get the goal.
We are at halftime, and it is a decisive 3-0 in favor of Oleander and Snowyfeather, with Lako and Joey still struggling to pull together a play. They're going to need to come up with an answer, and fast, or this game is going to be out of their hands.
One thing that I do notice is that neither of them tend to go for kickoffs, which if in the case of anyone was able to get these surefire kickoffs, especially in the upper ranks where they do easily go put things on the net for these kickoffs, they would be in trouble for sure. Thankfully, this is amateurs. Oleander ends up putting it center after a challenge with Laco. Snowy tries to put it in net, but it's bounced off the rim. Joey ends up going into the air and clearing it back into their corner for Laco to go ahead and clearing it on out. Oleander is there to try to block, and Laco ends up
Beautiful push. Oh, now that was a gorgeous shot. Lako expertly controls it up the wall. He has just enough boost. He's conserved it, gets that final touch, effortlessly drops it into the net. Well played by Lako. Am I pronouncing it wrong? Is it Lako or Lako?
No one knows.
Not even him. It's a mystery.
I always say Laco, but that's also because I see it as still as La Kodiak, and I'm still assuming it's the Kodiak cameras. At least that's how I pronounce that last part. So he's about to be called Cloud in a minute.
he's brought it within striking distance with just a minute and a half left. So I said at halftime they need to come up with an answer, and I think their answer was offense. Layco going on offense, dancing around both Oleander and Snowy, and he's able to pull something together.
Oleander takes up the wall, Laco clears it. Snowy tries to put something on, but it goes flying past him for a clear.
Bumped by a teammate.
Indeed. There's a breakaway for a second. Did not get the flip. Oleander takes up the wall, but Laco's already there to defend it off and clear it. The bumps on the blue side are definitely costing them, but they're still getting it up the field, just taking a little bit longer than it should. They're scrambling as the 1 minute marker pass, and we're finally into the last minute of the game. Still staying on Orange's side though for quite some time.
This is crunch time. We've got 45 seconds left to see if Blue can pull out a goal, an equalizer that will bring us to an overtime, or 2 more goals to clean the end of the game. They are dancing in Blue's half, but a clear breakaway cleared by Snowy. Blue is back on the offense.
Snowy has not played this game in the last 2 weeks.
Well, I'm so glad that you were here and that you agreed to play it, given that just 15 minutes ago you were telling me you unfriend people who make you play hoops. So I just want to say...
I wouldn't be a good host.
It's been great being your friend, but I understand you're going to unfriend me.
Just got to figure out which count do I unfriend.
Right.
And with the last second, there's still an opportunity. The ball is in the air.
In the air, it's on the orange side. Oh, and a miss. Such a close game. But Oleander and Snowyfeather take game 2.
Now look at this beautiful car. You don't get this, Tom.
So I think
spinning out pickles.
They were spitting out pickles.
I forget
Amazing.
the pickle boost is the thing.
Yeah, it definitely is a thing. Okay, so I think we need to see our final game of hoops to close out our Olympics of hoops here. We are just after 7 o'clock. We are going to watch Snowyfeather and Oleander as they take on Vision and Trilobot to see who is the actual hoops master.
Woo woo!
Oleander, get back in here.
So let's get Oleander back in. Get back in for one more. Let's get Trilobot and Vision to hop back into the lobby. And let's close out our hoops game.
Imagine making someone who's trying their hardest to not curse on a live stream, and then making them play the very game that makes them upset, instead of just casting for it.
I don't have to imagine it. I get to see it here at twitch.tv/GHC Esports. Thank you, Snowyfeather, for being so generous with your time with us tonight.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful
I get to
thing.
be on a blue. Now look at this beautiful purple car. You can't find this in stores. Look at this
See,
cyclone.
and that's the important part of Rocket League, really. It's about the fashion.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because if you can't play well, if you're not looking great. Ack! And with the start of the game, we do have a slight of a missed kickoff, but it was almost a point conversion. Oleander takes it to the orange side, has an opening. Does it go in? It does bounce off of the rim, which does put us in the orange possession. Vision is quick to make use of it. It was a fake by the orange team, but so he manages to clear it out of the corner and put it back in, but Vision is there to tap it right back into midway. Trilo has the skills over here to bounce it around, but it is still knocked away by his teammate. Snowy attempts to take it into their corner, but it is deflected by the orange team. It's an unclear game of possession currently, as each team tries to figure out the other. But Trilo does get a beautiful low line shot directly into the net. Ralph Serum gonna need some help over here.
Sorry. I'm still doing team organization.
With what team?
Right at the kickoff, Snowy almost
Ah.
slams home a kickoff goal, but Vision was there to block it.
Oh.
Quick retreat to blue, but Vision is on the offense and continues to hammer Snowy, not giving her an inch of room. Trilobot is
More
there as well. The
boost.
pressure coming from this orange team is impressive. Both Trilobot and Vision do not hesitate to challenge in a 50. Oleander with a nice subtle pass to Snowy. She chips it up just a little bit too high, and Trilobot has the rebound. He's doing a conversion. He's got it wrapped around, but it's just a little bit too low to hit. Vision is there to continue to punish. Anytime blue is out of position, Vision will pounce. Trilobot takes it up, but not able to pull together a play. Snowy does a soft clear, maintaining control, but Vision again with the challenge. One thing that this orange team can do is consistently challenge. They do not give blue an inch of space. Snowy's in the air. She's got a clear shot. It goes down. It's too late. Trilo cannot clear it, and that is a goal. 3 minutes in, score is tied up.
Oh look, I didn't screw up an air drill. Well, air clear this time. Please don't make me go for it. I think he's gonna. Yeah. We're back at kickoff here. One of the more deciding factors, since it does still, with a 2v2, that means that your teammate has to be in a good position to cover it wherever the ball goes. Plus, with unusual positioning here in hoops, this makes it a little bit more challenging.
And if you're not a regular player, those kickoffs are significantly different than either 2s or 3s, which most Rocket League players have their time invested in one of those playlists, and the kickoff for hoops is significantly different. So not just your teammate, but the person doing the kickoff, if they make a mistake, that could be a kickoff goal right off the bat. But we're not seeing that. We're seeing offense, which Snowyfeather can bring in spades, scoring a second goal for this game. We just
My
passed
first goal,
halftime.
Oleander actually helped me out with getting that right back
The
in
first one was
net.
Oli.
Let's see.
Just past halftime, and let's see if Orange, always the aggressors, can bring an answer here for Blue. Vision is down in the offense. He's setting up to make a play, a gentle tap. He goes for the solo play, and he gets it. Score is tied up 2-2. Vision is that aggression that he's bringing, those challenges. Oh man, that is definitely felt on the field.
God, I hate that explosion with a passion. I can beat them just to get that explosion out of the way.
See, there needs to be an extra game mode that is really a fashion show with a little runway, and you drive your car down there, and people spam their buttons to cheer for the best one. I am not joking. I want to see that. Car design is incredibly important. It's, compensating for skill.
This was not
Popping
the
it up
most
high
intelligent.
dangerously. Bouncing on the rim. How long will it go? And Trilobot takes the score for that. But that was more of an RNG goal for sure. Several misses. That's one to clip.
No gravity bomb love. Gravity bomb can not exist.
I don't have that code version.
I have
I
the
like it,
blueprints for it. Don't like it.
And a kickoff goal from Vision definitively puts them up by 2 with just under 2 minutes left in the game. Orange is looking pretty strong. Here we are at another kickoff. Looks like it's Snowyfeather against Trilo. Trilo tips it just a bit more into the blue, and once again, Orange is on offense. Ball rolls up. It's dangerously in front of the net, but Vision cannot get a shot. Trilo back with a rebound. Oli and Snowy are there to clear it. Snowy with a pass. Oli is there to follow through, but we've still got the ball in the blue half. Now it's wide open. There is a scramble. Vision is able to clear it out of the net, but it's still in danger. And now we've got a loose ball. Trilobot is carrying it through with a pass. Vision cannot close it. Ball is still in the blue end. Orange is still hammering away on offense. They have excellent pressure this whole game. Snowy's on a conversion. Oli Ender is there to answer. We're keeping the ball in the orange half. Trilo ball with a clear. Still a loose ball. It's up and dangerous. Trilobot with the clincher. And now 5-2. Trilobot and Vision X are starting to look unstoppable. their combination of aggression and rotation is totally covering the field and just making it so hard for blue to find a spot to chip away at. Oleander is up, gets a clear kick off, but can't seal the deal. We've still got a loose ball. Orange is scrambling for once. Their rotations have a hole. Snowy is there, not up high enough. Still passing it out. Pressure is coming on from Ole and Snowy. This is some of the better pressure. They have whatever they're doing right now is throwing Orange into some disarray. But with just 23 seconds left on the clock, they're going to need a miracle to pull through 3 shots and even up this game for overtime. I think we saw some pretty solid plays from both Oleander and Snowy. Their ability to set up passes and put the ball into the offensive half was solid, but something about what Orange had going on, and Snowy, I mean, you were actually there on the pitch, so you can attest a little bit more strongly. They had a pretty solid combo of both aggression and defense.
And I also will have to attest to that it does you can tell that some of them have practiced this kickoff, are used to these kickoffs, and a lot of their conversion also got thrown away from a few kickoff goals or just pourable challenging on the thing. Because even though we love to say that RNG is prevalent in Rocket League, one of the things that really comes down to a solid amount of skill is kickoffs, both in normal game modes and in these kind of game modes where you're facing off against the opponent and your touch versus the opponent's touch really matters to how your dynamic's about to play out. The more control you can get for your teammate and put them in a better position is the better, because they're finna go for a boost or they're finna get set up for whatever the opponents are about to, and if you can't get the necessary touch to stop it from going directly back into the net while you're trying to position yourself to get either a lot of boost or just get into position, it puts you out of the play a lot and puts you at a disadvantage for anything that happens.
Yeah. And, add to it, I think, 3 other factors. One, your defensive rotation is different because you need to factor in going up on the backboard every time when you're doing a defensive rotation back to your net. Number 2, one of the blue players, Snowy, was also commentating for about half of that game. And number 3, one of the blue players, Snowy, doesn't even have air roll bound on her current controller config.
We did
she's
get it
jumped in as a sub.
A quarter of a way through, but definitely hurts.
Well, yeah, I can imagine.
Little paddles.
I can't do that. I can't play without air roll. I wouldn't know what to do. Well, I would flop around. Okay, so I'm wondering. So we had a pretty solid answer there. Vision and Trilobot are our winners for this Olympics of hoops. I'm wondering, can we move into Snow Day, and can we say we know that we've got we're premium? Oh, I see. So Trilobot and Vision X, they play together. Gotcha. They're not a random combination of players. They're friends. I see that in chat now. Lako saying air roll is not needed. I'm wondering if we can split Lako and Awesome Joey and form 2, what is it called, like a super group when like bands reform. So I want to see Reese, Shadow, and Lako against Awesome Joey, Trilobot, and Vision. And I want to see a Snow Day match with that. And then I want to take that same combo of those 2 teams, and I want to do a best of 3. So hear me out, Snowy and Marcy, and everybody in chat who's listening. So for our grand final, we're impressed with what Trilobot and Vision can do. Great, good job, guys. Well played. But what if we took and gave them Awesome Joey? We give Lako to Shadowbane and Grease, and we say we're going to do a best of 3 to close out our game night. We're going to do we're going to do 1 game of Snow Day. We're going to do 1 day of Rumble. And then for the 3rd and final game, the loser gets to pick which game mode they play, whether that's drop shot or something else.
I like it.
Or we could do a best of 3, and you've got those 3 modes. You've got Snow Day, Rumble, and drop shot. And whoever wins 2 clean games of those is our champ team for the night.
And if you whine too much, you got to deal with me in a 1v1.
Yeah, right. We'll set you up with Snowy, and then that will hurt you. So So how does that sound?
I like either
I'm not
option.
seeing anybody arguing with me.
I'm down.
Before we get started into the last set, I wanted to take a chance to just remind current and prospective students that scholarships have opened back up at Grays Harbor College. So I'm going to take a second and post a link in the Twitch chat. If you're a current student, though, and maybe you didn't get a chance to apply for GHC scholarships before they close at the last go around, they have opened back up. So general scholarships opened on August 1st. They close the second Monday of September at 11:59 p.m. That would be September 14th. So you have a few weeks now. What we got, like 5 weeks for you to fill out a scholarship application. That's for any GHC student that isn't already receiving a scholarship from the Grays Harbor College Foundation, and any new students as well. So again, if you're thinking of coming to GHC in the fall, you're not too sure about your financial options, please go ahead and fill out the FAFSA, the financial aid application, and don't forget to apply for scholarships. We have some waiting for you at GHC. So I should have posted that link in the chat. Oops.
Yeah, you want to try it again?
Let me do it again.
Yeah.
There we go. Did it work?
It worked that time.
Awesome. Awesome. So check it out. You can always go to ghc.edu and just search scholarships. Go to the Grays Harbor College Foundation website.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, now it was an oversight on my part why you couldn't post links. Am I talking?
No,
oh,
I was.
Yes, okay, I see it.
Lag. I had a lot of lag. Sorry.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I fixed it. That was an oversight I should have had corrected a while ago.
It's all right.
You always have useful links. I think you've only spammed me 4 or 5 times, so you know, I think you're good. Our players are saying yes. Let's get it on. So let's see some snow day. And again, do we have all of our players? We've got.
Nice.
Yeah, they're hollering for the server. All right, folks. Let's get it going.
Ready.
They are ready. So we're gonna do snow day. We're gonna do 3v3s. We've sort of got our teams made, and the server is now up. The lobby should be ready to go. Feel free to connect. And you know, I think we did an okay job making the teams. If I think that means that Oli Ender is a sub right now. So if somebody doesn't make it or somebody doesn't jump in time, he will fill the gap. So I don't know about you, Snowy, but I'm seeing some couple of good. Oh shoot, my lobby died.
Can you stop breaking the lobby? Psionics is bad enough. Epic is bad enough as it is.
Yeah, clearly I can't because that's like the 3rd time that it's happened now. Let's give this one a shot. Hey, there we go. We're in.
Nice.
So players, go ahead and connect. The lobby is there and ready to go. We will get our game 1 of our final 3 series of the night, what I'm started calling the GHC alternate game modes Olympics. Players, feel free to connect. We are ready to go.
I am still working on connecting. Whether or not Psionics feels like letting me connect, I will let you know.
You know, the servers seem like they have been pretty good, I would say, for the last 6 to 9 months. There were a couple of moments in Rocket League's history where, for a hot minute, the servers were complete garbage. I mean, just the latency and the rubber banding and the packet loss. Is this server not working?
No.
Game timeout. Okay, I'm gonna remake that server.
Okay.
And you know, maybe we're back to that same thing where the servers are not enough.
Is it time for harmonica?
Oh no.
No harmonica.
No harmonica.
Okay.
I will tell you that I have cornered people with my ukulele before, and
Ooh,
I've sworn.
time?
You shush. I've sworn a pledge to not you like to make any kind of music. Like, nope, nope.
Okay.
We're sticking to gaming.
I feel like Ralph does not speak for me, and I definitely want to hear
Where do I cut
Snowy
the
play
where do I
the
cut Marcy's
harmonica.
feed?
I'm ready to be serenaded. I have a feeling that it's gonna be amazing.
Oh no, honestly the only instrument I play is my piano, I would go run over to that, but what time is it? There is a certain time of the night that if I yell on any of my instruments, my mom's gonna throw another air freshener can at my door and yell at me. Why an air freshener can? Because that's the only way she gets my attention. Have you remade the server yet though?
I did. We've got 7 now.
Okay.
Bot in.
And here I come.
Also, Ralph, I'm gonna see who else I can get to gang up with me and try and convince you to play the ukulele live on air.
It's not going to happen. I can tell you that.
But if we have a ukulele, I can totally snag mine as soon as I get the chords untangled.
Yes.
No.
Because listen, I worked really, really hard on getting Wake Me Up When September Ends on ukulele.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to hear that, but we'll do that after this.
No, what we're doing
Separate
after this
stream.
is we're going to show the good old GHC recruits that what their coach, the main head of their gaming, has to offer for them in Rocket League. And therefore,
This
we are
really
queuing
is like
up
a main.
the rank 2s.
Well, anyway, moving on. So
It's like
4
the
minutes
main
into the
selling
game,
part
the score
of
is
the
0-0. Awesome Joey, Trilobot, and the Vision X are working to put pressure down on that end, but it looks like Grease and Shadowbane and Oleander are an excellent mix here.
He's avoiding it, but he's going to be forced into queuing rank 2s with comms with the Snowyfeather. And
It looks like we didn't get Leiko in on this match. Yes, I'm sticking to my guns. I'm changing the topic. So Leiko's not in this one. Looks like Leiko and Oleander might be subbing in and out on the blue team.
that works.
Ooh, nice grab by Shadowbane. Up over the ceiling, dipping it down in front. What a pass. Vision can't quite make the clear. Oleander's not there in time, but it's up. There's a second pass. Shadow is up and dunks it in. What a goal.
Speed is also key here in Snow Day because trying to catch after the puck, sometimes it's a hard task, but you need this boost just to get there. There's Trilo right there with a pinch.
Oh, nice. The pinch in Snow Day can be such an amazing offensive tool.
As long as Snowy's not in control of it, then it's an offensive tool.
Grease going for a ceiling shot. Shadowbane is up in the corner. The puck is getting a little bit loose, but Trilobot has got a decent clear, and now we're transitioning into offense against blue. Vision is still working into the corner, but Shadowbane gets it around him. The puck is loose as Grease picks up that pass, dunking it down. Does Shadowbane connect? No, he passes on by. Trilobot's now got it, working his way down to the end. Awesome intercepts and is pushing again on offense. And we got a little bit of back and forth going on here. Oh, I thought that was going to be a flip reset from Grease. Up in the corner, hands it off to Shadowbane, but they can't quite seal the deal. Oleander does not get there in time. And boom, Trilobot says, Shadowbane, go home. You are out of this game. Vision with the offense. Grease picks it up. Vision is making a run for it and gets taken out by Grease. A little bit of vengeance there. Shadowbane with the clear. Oh, that was so close.
Oleander gets a beautiful clear to the opponent's corner. Let's see if they can get some good conversions off of this. Sadly, no one is there to make the connect into the net. But it's still in the opponent's corner, so, well, never mind. There goes that thought. And now Blue's on the defensive.
Up over the ceiling. No one's there for the pass. Vision can't quite close it. Shadowbane is moving in. Gets a gentle touch right over 1, right over 2, in front of the net, and 3. He says, yeah, it's a pass, but I'm here too. I'm just going to take it. What a play by Shadowbane.
How many Olays we get there? Olay. 3 Olays.
Yeah, it was. Minute and 45 left on the clock. Orange is gonna need to do something, or maybe they're just making a calculated effort. Snow Day isn't their game, and they say we're gonna pick it up in Rumble or Drop Shot.
Oleander with that post clear. They're struggling with that corner over there, but it's fine. They're making some passing plays out to mid.
Corners are hard.
Never. Just ram the ball and or puck and people inside of the corner until they go
Well,
away.
that's the strategy that I've been missing then.
I mean, it's not the strategy you need. It's just the strategy I've developed over time. Shadow with the open net.
Open net. Oh, brutal. 4-0, 58 seconds left in the game. I'm ready to call it. I think Blue's got this one.
Yes, that triple commit definitely cost them on the offensive, and it gave them no defensive.
And Shadowbane is going to be my MVP for sure. He has just had a commanding performance in this game.
Can we appreciate that there is an Endo on this field, one of the cards you don't really get to see on the field ever?
Yeah, Endo's kind of an old school car. I mean, it was one of the first of the shoot the imports, right?
And unfortunately, it is a hybrid, so it does get neglected. But Orange isn't going to go away without making at least one stand, so they do get a point. Trilo just...
That, 37 seconds is not enough, but that 1 point can emotionally make the difference in saying, okay, we can change this. It can mean a huge difference for your mental state on your team.
Provided you do not flip over the puck on kickoffs.
Yeah. There are some provisions of that. Trylobot's got a clean break. Can he get past two opponents? He cannot.
But yes, in the field of Octanes, and I'm pretty sure there's a Twinser on the field and the Canadian boy. But...
Trylobot.
But we see the very elusive hybrid of the Endo, because Rocket League is dominated by the same card types and bodies for the most part.
Yep.
Better than Tracer mains.
Well played. Wow, slam out of nowhere. Well, Shadowbane, Oleander, and Grease definitively answered that one with Snow Day. Let's take the same team. I'm not sure if Lako and Oleander are swapping out as subs.
When I read in the chat, he said he hopped in before he got a chance to get in because he had to reset Rocket League. So Lako is back.
Okay. So ready to sub out for Oleander. Okay. So let's make sure he's clear on that. Okay, Lako's subbing in for you next. There we go. Okay, so this next match, I think we're gonna take it to Drop Shot for game 2, and we're gonna end on Rumble. Does that make sense to you, Snowy?
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, let's queue it up. We've got the same teams. So the Shadowbane and Grease combo with their sub of Oleander took that first win. So let's see what Orange can do with Drop Shot and see if they've got an answer with a totally different game dynamic.
While this is going on, Snowy gets this brainstorm about how she really thinks that Drop Shot is supposed to be working. Just because I'm still going to eventually sit down and look at the periodic table and do the research for it. But until then, it's only a theory, a game theory. Where is everyone?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. So we've got Trilo, Grease, and Lako. We're missing Shadowbane. We are missing Vision X, and okay, I see Joey's joining. We're getting our folks in here.
Okay.
So Drop Shot is I really like Drop Shot just because it's such a good use of airtime. For me, it's a really good mode to practice just getting up in the air and having the confidence to connect with the ball. That said, when you get one of those shots that just slams the ball down at the floor and you see one of those, what is it? Not the ultimate shot, but ultra damage. Oh, that's so satisfying.
I still prefer the original description that Psyonix gave Drop Shot. in casuals, which was called Break the Floor, Break Their Hearts. Now it's just break the floor and score.
All right, let's get into this match. I could use a scoreboard, couldn't we? It a little bit. There we go.
We already have damage on the orange side, but quickly followed up on damage on the blue side as well.
So it looks like Leiko subbed in for... Oh, for Oleander. Gotcha, okay. So, same team as before, Trilobot, Vision, and Joey.
See,
30 seconds in, it's looking pretty balanced so far.
matter of fact, it seems like everyone's finally comfortable with the fact that we are in extras, and I see a little bit more confidence when people are going into the air to make shots or just to do a lot of things compared to the first run around.
Not too many high clears either. Drop shot is one of those games where if you loft the ball too high in the air, somebody on the offense is going to intercept it before it has a chance to hit the ground. The really great shots to me seem to be when somebody gets their car above the ball, you do that air roll and just slam it down towards the floor. It's really about keeping the ball as low as possible to get that damage on your opponent's floor.
We are now in ultra damage with the ball. Laka tried to slam it down, but is on back, playing a little bit game of pinball.
Shadowbane is just everywhere this game. So I will tell you, I'm rooting for Orange specifically because Leiko, Shadowbane, and Grease are all 3 GHC students, and I haven't gotten a letter of intent back from Grease yet, but Shadowbane and Leiko are for sure players for our team. So I mean, this is as close as I've gotten yet to seeing the GHC team in Rocket League, and so you know, I'm completely on Orange's side of this one. Go Orange!
I love it.
I'm a neutral party. You have Shadowbane up the wall, but it is punted away, though his car was also punted away.
I've seen Trilobot come in with several clutch saves so far. He doesn't go super high in the air, or they actually don't know. They don't go super high in the air, but they are always right there when they're needed.
Oh dear, please don't let
Almost.
this just roll in, unfortunately, like that.
Saved by Leiko. A little bit of points, and Orange is really, really vulnerable
That
right here.
particular spot is getting...
Yeah,
Count.
Blue is incredibly accurate. Not quite enough to get the ball in yet. They're really just seeking to get that ball in that spot.
just in that one in particular, nowhere else.
Mm-hmm. Very focused attack from Blue.
We're now having a little bit of popcorn plays over here as there are light touches trying to keep control. Try not to own goal as you tap that against the wall.
So close! And he
it
couldn't
was-
quite make it. We've got an equalizer just 2 minutes into the game as Shadowbane tries to clear it past that spot. Didn't quite have enough boost. Trilobot jumps in there and says, "Oh no, I'm going to mess with you." And it just drops right down into that spot.
As probably the biggest hazard with clearing it once you have a hole in one of the corners is making sure you get enough power to clear it away from it. And with that interesting damage, just narrowly avoided a goal immediately.
They did. Shadowbane was almost, it looked to me like that was a sure goal, but just bounced it off the side of the floor. Leiko coming in with a couple of clutch saves there, getting it around 2 defenders, not quite able to make a goal out of it, but getting some decent collateral floor damage. And again, with the defense working on clears, it really looks like Grease and Shadowbane are a bit of a duo on Orange, with Leiko taking sort of the defensive third rotation part, third one back.
And with unfortunate series of misses, it does do some damage. does look like we're getting a few panic hits out of the blue team thus far. Not a lot of them are too particularly concerned about where it's going. They just want to need to make a touch on it. It's costing them boost and control. But they do finally get some damage on the orange side.
Yeah, definitely some scramble. Their rotations, I've seen the blue team clustered together quite a few times now in the same spot, which definitely be a fatal mistake when you've got such a big field to cover.
And with a lot of lots of holes already made in this area. Matter of fact, one just became even bigger. It's really important not to panic in these key situations. It's like Trilo making that nice, even clear. It's a little damage, but it's what matters is the more refined touches.
Nice touch by Leiko there. Yeah, orange is representing a really kind of cool approach. I'm surprised they haven't made more traction both with points and with floor damage. They just seem to have a very measured approach to getting around blue. Just wearing them down. We are about to dip into overtime unless we get closer here, and there we go into overtime. Blue is at quite a disadvantage in terms of floor damage, but they do take the kickoff.
Hopefully
Leiko with the defensive.
Need to try to calm back down and get some damage done. Or
Saved by
an own goal can
Trilobot,
happen.
which turns into an own goal. Can't quite keep Reese's ball out of there. And Orange is going to say, which, this is the team I wanted to win. I'm happy with what I'm seeing. If I would have wrote the script, I would have wrote a bigger point differential. But I'm pretty happy with that. That's what I like to see. Them's my players working together. Okay, so Snowy, Marcy, this is going to take us into our last match of the night. This is Rumble.
Rumble.
Yes. So I think it was Trilobot and Vision that won our Snow Day, right?
Correct.
And so no, it wasn't. It was Shadowbane's. Shoot. Somebody from chat remind me who won Snow Day.
Without a bracket, I have no idea.
I know.
Remember,
I got to.
because remember. Well, no, it was Shadowbane because then Locko have to change in for Ender, and so.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad somebody knows what's going on. Yeah, you're right, Marcy. Without writing it down, I lose track of it. But,
I'm lost.
So I think we've got that GHC team as our winners as far as this goes. But there's one more game. There's one more game to bring it back, and I want to see. Here we go with Rumble. I want to see what happens. Actually, I'm thinking Trilobot and Vision X. I don't know. Their synergy in Rumble earlier was pretty unstoppable. So I think if they have a chance to take a game off Shadowbane and Grease, that team, I think, or Shadowbane specifically. I mean, he's just all over the field. I think Rumble is their chance. If Trilobot and Vision can get around them, I think they've got a chance at it. What do you think?
Rumble is definitely the game mode where it's anyone's game, and while I can say all the time that if you have mastery over each power-up is great, but you always have to take into the fact that RNG will get you, especially when you're at your most smug. Can 100% agree. It's how I lost my C3.
My favorite smug moment is when you think it's going in with a slow roll, and so you turn away from it, only to have somebody come and save it at the last. That's my favorite smug. Early in the game, Leiko's up the wall. Looks like we don't have a sub in for Oleander this game.
There goes that plunge. No, that's a grapple. Yes, we don't think we got to see too much of the grapple when we first played it. That is your anti-plunger, where instead of the ball coming to you, you come to the ball.
That just looks like a miscalculation on Vision's point, and Leiko and Shadow is there to punish.
Indeed. What other power-ups have we not really seen? The teleport maybe, but that's one of the ones that goes pretty unnoticed until it's a key moment.
That can come in clutch in some fantastic ways.
Yes. Teleport just basically you get to choose your opponent to swap places with. It's sometimes people waste it just because they want to get a better power up, but keeping it is pretty handy, especially if you have someone with spikes. You can just lock onto them and suddenly they don't have spikes and they're nowhere near the ball with their spikes.
That is one thing about Rumble, is some of the combinations of those power-ups, when they happen, the synergy is just undeniable, how beautifully two different things can combo into a play that, I don't even know how you would get around some of those things. The plunger and spikes. Actually, we didn't see spikes, did we? That was the plunger.
We saw spikes the last one.
Mako with a ceiling shot. Gets it
There
clear,
goes the
but
plunger.
it gets plungered by, I think, Orange. I'm
There's
seeing
a
some
spike.
questionable
What's the miss?
plunger use from Orange. That's twice now. One led to an own goal.
Grappling hook is one that, if you miss your grappling hook opportunity, it can lead into some awkward situations if you panic.
Shadowbane with a goal.
He finally got to
2
use his
goals so
spikes
far.
after running around for quite some time with his first spikes.
The only shot on net by Orange's Vision. They're going to need to come up with some sort of an offensive plan, which we know Trilobot and Vision can do. Fast kickoff. My on-screen display properly.
We see, and there is the movement I was talking about with a teleport immediately with those spikes. You have a lot of bumping and spikes going on the field thus far. Unfortunately, those spikes gave up on them. So far, we're kind of stuck in midfield with the ball, but it is slowly going over into Blue's. Well, it was. Now
And
it's
there's a conversion over to
dangerously-
Orange half.
Thankfully, someone was back, and no power-ups were added to the play.
We've got some spikes. Can Vision hang on to it? He's dodged Shadowbane, who is relentlessly heckling him with his car. Reese
And the
can't
speed
quite close the
did
deal.
not. Speed boost
Whoever
caused
shot
a
him
little
with
bit-
speed just saved that from being a goal for sure.
Oh, and we got
Reese
some
has got the
spikes.
spikes, and he pulls it off. Down in front of the goal and tucks it almost into the top left.
I love the color combination of this card too, with the dark blue, light blue thing.
It is nice, and the
Gold
gold
explosion
explosion
match.
matches. I'm telling you, it's like Fashion League. That's what this is about.
This is true. This is true.
2 minutes left in the game. Blue is up by 3. No answer yet from Orange. And in fact, we still just have that one shot on net from Vision. Orange is really struggling here. What a shot.
There's Ozlaka with the magnet control.
Okay.
This is the things that are deadly once they're controlled.
That is the best magnet control I think I've ever seen.
They are
Attempting to carry that over the ceiling with a magnet. Oh,
they're definitely
What
one
do
of the scarier things I see.
yeah, that's higher level play. You don't. I don't see that at my level in Rumble. Magnet is just a distraction, or to interrupt the other team's inertia, momentum.
Like I said, a lot of these power-ups, they can be switched to offensive purposes rather than just defensive or disruptor. Like I said, Tornado is one that you don't get to see much offensively until you're higher up. Magnet is another one, and another thing you don't get to see until you're higher up is Plunger as a defensive mechanism as well.
Oh wow! Like pulling the ball out of the net at the last minute.
Yeah, like if you have someone who's coming in hard or you have someone with spikes, you just take the plunger and try to drag them away from it if you can. And another one that's even harder to pull off, but definitely interesting, is a freeze as an offensive presence.
Oh right, setting up somebody for a really clean shot. Rumble is such a beautiful mess. I mean, just seeing that boot come out on the spring, and the fact that there's a plunger in play, I'm like,
Look
what
at
are we
these
doing
magnet
here?
battle. Look at it go.
Oh wow! Yeah, so
And
you
the
get the frost and the magnets and the hurricane or the tornado going all at once, and I mean it's just a beautiful mess.
If it could be a thumbnail, it would perfectly describe Rumble.
Yes, it would.
And the teleport,
Oh.
which doesn't quite get the goal, but it's coming up soon with that magnet, but it is pulled out of the way.
You know, I think the thing I'm seeing on this game is that aggression from Vision and Trilobot, which has worked well in their favor before, is just not a match for Shadowbane's patience. He knows when to sit on the ball and then when to push on the ball, and that I think that patience is the decisive factor in terms of his skill. But that's going to be our game. Congrats to Shadowbane, Grease, and Lako, which is that's my GHC team. I like what I'm seeing so far. Yeah, I mean, that's my horse in this race. I am so glad to see how well they played. And that, honestly, that is going to do it for us as far as Rocket League gameplay tonight. Thank you, everybody who
get dragged into twos real quick.
One match. Shush. No.
One match.
I will lose. I will derank you later. I promise.
One. Just do it for the stream.
Nope.
You gotta
not on stream. Out. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to have some technical difficulties and disconnect. Just have to Alt F4 her connection here. I do want to say thank you so much, Snowy. I think I pinged you a month ago and said, hey, would you come on? And you said, do I have to? And no, you don't. But thank you for sharing your time and your knowledge of Rocket League and your personality too. It's awesome having you on the stream, and any chance to hang out with you is a good chance. And so yeah. Oh, we got some calls from chat to make Snowy the MVP. I think we can do that.
Yeah.
I think Snowy should be tonight's MVP. I'm sorry, Shadowbane. Snatching it back from you. And MVP tonight goes to Snowy. So thank you so much for stopping by. I do want to talk a little bit about a few things that we've got coming up. In particular, next week is going to be pretty amazing. We are talking about Valorant. So this is a new game from Riot, the makers of League of Legends. It is sort of like a crossover between Counter-Strike and Overwatch, from what I understand. And we have a number of players already in GHC who are avid Valorant players. So this is another kind of casual game night. We're not doing a bracket. Basically, I'm looking forward to seeing what Valorant gameplay looks like and to watching some of our players firsthand. It's not quite a tryout, but if you want to impress me with your Valorant skills, show up next week and show me what you can do. August 20th marks a return to our more formal tournament structure. Our Smash Ultimate Tournament, we've already got a number of people registered for it. That actually starts much earlier in the day. Marcy, normally we get to watch the whole Smash tournament. This time around, people are going to be doing their battles starting at, I think, noon or 1 in the afternoon. So by the time we go on stream at 6, we're going to be dealing with the semifinals or the grand finals. So we get to see the really, really big matches.
Very cool.
It is. So I was interested to see Dugan, Squimples, and Joshry, who have been our 3 big contenders in Smash this entire year. The 27th is another casual night, Fortnite. I know we've got some Fortnite players. I had a lot of fun. Shoot, I think it was in April, Marcy, the last time we played Fortnite, and it was pretty good. H.K. Woods' kids carried me to victory after victory, and I had no idea what I was doing. It was amazing.
And then there was dancing, if I remember.
There was
I loved
dancing.
The dancing.
Yeah, I mean, there was shooting too, but dancing, that's where it's at. And then September 9th is another formal bracket tournament with Overwatch 3v3 Elimination Deathmatch. I believe Fruitcakes is coming back, and they were almost our champ team, but Nameless actually took it last time just by 1 game. And that was Oxy Bleach, who's a high schooler, I think, I want to say up in like Mount Vernon area, but I may be mistaken, with Sasuke, who's a GHC student, and Cupcake Ninja, who's, Cassie, 12-year-old, who I believe has a birthday in August, but I'm getting sidestepped. Looking a little bit farther out, we've got Whiplash coming up on the 10th, League of Legends tournament on the 17th, that's another 3v3 ARAM, and then CSGO on the 24th. This is all really, really good opportunities for people who are interested in not just competitive gameplay, but also the more casual gaming night stuff. Alexa, I hope you're back for Quiplash.
Yes.
We could use you for hosting that. You were hilarious. But that's good. Oh, Vision is challenging Snowy. I think he's challenging us to do a duos match. No, bad Vision. I'm gonna close down here, go home and have dinner. You leave me alone, you people. So thank you so much. thank you so much for joining us here for Thursday Night Gaming. Looking forward to seeing you next week for Valorant. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And thanks again, Snowy. Thanks for coming out. Awesome having you. That does it for us tonight. Thank you, everybody. I had a great time, and I'm looking forward to next week.